if you like this reading, please like or subscribe or leave a comment if you'd like to, as I always ask you nicely, hopefully. And yes, I have everything ready, so I'm going to start your reading for lovely Taurus people. The first card you have your past is the Star. So what I'm seeing here is you're really listening to your instincts, listening to your intuition. Oh, excuse me, I've got the hiccups, sorry. Sorry about that. I'm actually seeing a situation where you're listening to your own self, listening to what you truly wanted. I'm seeing someone around you, it might have been more than one person, they were trying to stop you from choosing between two paths. I'm seeing there were two things you had in front of you and you had to kind of choose between the two, and some people wanted you to choose one path, you wanted to choose another path, and I'm seeing this could have been family members actually that wanted you to do this. Excuse me, I'm sorry, but you wanted to take your own path. Your intuition was really, really pulling you toward this path that you wanted. And yes, I'm seeing the reason why they wanted you to choose something else was for them. It was for their benefit. It wasn't for your benefit. So I'm actually seeing someone wanting to show off through you or brag through you or something like that. I hope that makes sense. It's like they wanted you to be a certain way or do a certain thing for them, for their benefit. They didn't have to live your life. You did. So you really were determined to go on your own path. It's like when, there's nothing wrong with families being proud of their children or proud of whoever, but if they've chosen what they want to do and they're proud of them. But if they're forcing someone to do something just so they can say, oh, my son's a doctor, oh, my daughter went to this university, oh, my son does this thing, oh, my whatever. If they're doing that, if they're forcing someone to do something for that reason so that they can have all the glory and tell all their friends how fantastic their family is, that's not the right reason to force someone to do something. You should never force someone to do something anyway. But it's another thing to be, it's great to have, if you've chosen to do something and they're proud of you and they say that, that's fantastic. But this isn't that. I'm seeing someone wanted to force you to do something, or they were trying to encourage you very heavily to do something that was for their own benefit. And the thing that you wanted to do was something that you were happy to do. But they felt differently. If their friends asked them, oh, say if you wanted to do, I don't know what it was, but say if you wanted to do, what if you wanted to do tarot? That's the big thing everyone hates. What if you wanted to do tarot and you said, I want to go do tarot? And they go, oh no, I'm so embarrassed, I can't tell anyone about that, But what if you really want to do that? So, it's, it might not be, that could be anything, but this is a thing where it's very, very difficult. It's very difficult for one generation to understand another generation. And also, it might be something technical. Sometimes these things that are kind of internet-based or IT-based, a lot of people don't understand that either. So it's something like that. But you were determined. I'm seeing that you were determined to do what you wanted to do, which I'm really glad you followed your own instincts. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have your past is the Eight of Wands. So yes, you made a final decision. It was like, no, whatever you say, I'm not going to be miserable for years and years and years doing this thing that I don't want to do. I want to do something I want to do. That's what I'm seeing in this. So whatever this was, you were determined to do. And I'm seeing that, even if your mind decided to do whatever these people said, you still couldn't really. It was like you're physically being pulled like a magnet to follow your intuition. This was something that you really, really wanted to do. You're meant to do this. And, there were a lot of words said about this, I'm seeing, because I'm looking at the Eight of Wands and I'm seeing a lot of words going backwards and forwards between you. There might have been phone calls, there might have been angry words or something like that. You might have even had arguments going backwards and forwards, but you weren't changing. You're Earth, you're not changing. You're stuck in the mud, you're there. You're not going to change. Once you've made up your mind, you're not going to change, and that's what's happened, which I'm glad. The last card you have your past is the Two of Pentacles. So yes, I'm seeing other people who've been trying to force you to do things as well, or try to kind of make you do what they want or things like that. I'm seeing a lot of that in your past, different people. But you bounce back, you always bounce back from these people. And yes, people underestimate how strong you are. It's like, I'm looking at these Two of Pentacles and I'm seeing one being pushed down like a seesaw and the other one goes up, and then you push it down again and they push the other side down. So people are trying to kind of manipulate you, not manipulate, but they're trying to kind of get you to do what they want, tell you they're right, make you do what they want to do, push one side of the pentacle down, you push the other side down, and they go up and then they go down, that kind of thing. So this is going on and on and on. But you're strong. You're strong. I'm also seeing there could be a new relationship around this, or the beginnings of a new relationship or something like that. And I'm seeing that you do have a lot of work you're trying to do. And I'm also seeing that, you're trying to juggle this kind of personal, this new relationship with this work that you have to do. This person might have been a bit frustrated with you, actually. They might have been waiting for communication from you. And they were thinking, this is so slow. This person does not get back to me. They don't text me. It's taking forever. And I'm seeing that infinity symbol, looking at that. And that's what they're looking at. They think, this is going to take me forever and ever. It's going to go on and on forever. I'm not going to hear from them. I'm seeing they were trying to be patient with you. They weren't showing it. They were trying to be kind of cool about all this. But actually, they were very impatient. They were very frustrated, but they might have been quiet about it. So, yes, that's just what I'm seeing. Someone was very feeling a bit restless. They were wanting you to communicate with them, and you weren't doing that. You were very busy. The first card you have for your present is the Ten of Swords. Yes, horrible card. Yes, obviously there's a lot of hurt. I'm seeing a lot of hurt in this card. This is in the back of your mind, or it's kind of in the background of your feelings, of your emotions. It's kind of like you're fine going along, and then suddenly this comes up, this horrible feeling, or this horrible, I'm actually seeing these are words. These are horrible words that come up and pop up in your head. Somebody's told something to you, someone said something to you. Most of the time you're okay, and then sometimes it pops up and you're kind of jolted, or you're upset, or you feel that horrible feeling again. That's what I'm seeing. Now, you're usually really strong. You're usually really good at advising people. And I'm seeing you actually advising a lot of friends and telling them that they have to face up to things that they find difficult. You're very open, you're very honest with people. You might have even lost friends around this. But I'm seeing you're going to have to take your own advice on this. There's a lot of hurt you haven't let go of, and I'm seeing that, you look strong. You are strong, but yes, there's one last thing you can't get past. That's what I'm seeing. Now, someone really, really did hurt you, I'm seeing. You've let go of this person. You don't want this person anymore. You're not around them. I don't think you're even seeing them or speaking to them or anything like that. But yes, this hurt that jumps into your mind at random times really comes in and hurts you. And I think they said something that was really, really personal, actually. You might have even kept this to yourself. You might not have told anyone about this. So I know this is really, really hard, but if this resonates, you might have to just try and find whatever way you can to let this go. If you don't let this go, you're going to end up exhausted. You're going to end up exhausted like this poor man in this card. Yes, the other thing I'm seeing is, just know that what they said to you wasn't actually true. They were saying this nasty thing to you to make themselves feel better, or to justify something that they'd done to you in their own head. That's what I'm seeing. So again, consider who said this to you and consider why they might have said this to you. That might help you a bit. That might help you to get over this a bit. The next card you have, your present, is the Knight of Cups. So yes, this could be why this person in the Two of Pentacles was feeling really, really frustrated. This love connection, who was waiting for you to communicate. What I'm seeing is one part of you actually wants love. You really want that connection, you really do. And you want everything that comes with that connection. But then another part of you still has this hurt in the back of your mind. The Knight of Cups is riding up to the edge of this river. He looks really polished. He looks groomed. He looks ready. He looks like he's ready for the day, ready for the day's work. He's not crossing over the river. He's not doing the work. He's too busy staring at his cup, his emotions. So that's you. You can't quite get there with this person. You've had all this hurt and you don't want to be hurt again. That's what I'm seeing. And that might be why you're not communicating as much as they like. So I'm seeing that what you might have to do is you might just have to explain this to them, because they're really upset. They're really hurt by this. They're not telling you. They're not showing you. You might just have to say to them, be upfront and just say to them, look, I feel really, I've been hurt in the past. I'm just really not sure about this. I do care about you. Just try to understand this. You might just have to come and open yourself up to this person. Just be upfront, because they're wondering, are they seeing someone else? Do they not like me? What's going on? Just get the head clear. Just tell them. The last card you have, your present, is the 9 of Wands. So again, you want to come forward, but there's fear. If you look at the man in this card, he's hurt. He has a bandage around his head. So this is still going on in your head, this hurt. You're not playing games with this person. You're not avoiding them. They might be thinking that you're doing this, but you're not playing games. Again, just come out and tell them. Just come out and talk to them about how you're feeling. They're going to understand this. That's what I'm seeing. The first card you have, your future, is the King of Cups. So the King of Cups can be about hidden emotions. I'm seeing this could be something about a work situation, actually, or something work-related. This could be a customer. This could be a difficult boss, or someone that you feel that you have to do things for. You can't avoid this person. You're working for this person. You're helping them in some way, or you're going to be at this time. They're not going to be listening to you. I'm actually seeing that they're going to be very, very unreasonable with you. You're going to try and give them what they want, but they're just not going to be satisfied with anything that you do, that you want. What I'm seeing is that they're going to want something that's actually impossible to do, or quite not something that's not available, or something that doesn't exist, or something like that. So in the beginning, you might try to kind of reason with them. You might try to help them. You might try to offer different solutions, but nothing's going to be good enough for this person. And I think that they might even be trying to kind of manipulate you to do what they want as well, but it isn't possible, even if they try to do that. So I think once you realize what they're playing at, you're going to suddenly realize, I can't be reasonable with this person. I'm going to have to think of another way to deal with this person. Now, there is a way to deal with them. There is a way. You're just going to have to find it. You are going to be able to get out of this, not get out of it, but change the situation into something else. It's just going to take a lot of thinking. So the next card you have, your future, is the 7 of Pentacles. So yes, this can be about looking back over things, reassessing what's happened. You might be trying to get out of this situation, in this work situation. Now I'm seeing that there's always a way to change one situation into another one. Not just get out of it, but to kind of change it into something better. So you might be able to do that. You're just going to have to think in a very creative way, I'm seeing. Yes, again, I'm saying, yes, you can change this, you can do this. Think in a very different way. I'm repeating myself, I know, but think in a creative way. Think of something that's going to kind of be very different. You might be able to change what they think they want. You might be able to pass it over to someone else who could help. You might be able to, there are a lot of different things you can think of, but it's going to take a lot of thinking. It's going to take a lot of effort to try and think in this new, different way. But there is some way to get around this. And I think that you are eventually going to come up with this idea, and you are going to do this. The last card you have, your future, is Judgment. Yeah, so I'm actually seeing this conflict, this hurt that's still inside you, this horrible thing that someone said to you. And you could be feeling that deep down a part of what they said was actually true. And I often see that sometimes sometimes when words sting us or they stick in our minds, sometimes it's because there is some truth in what was said actually. So maybe, you might have to examine yourself, you might have to think about this, you might have to explore that. But definitely I'm seeing that most of this, the motive of them saying this was to hurt you and make themselves feel better and justify something they did. That's what I keep on seeing. So consider the source here. If you're still upset, consider the source. Consider the source. Is this someone whose opinion you respect? Probably not. I'm seeing probably not. So please try not to let this get to you. I know that it's something that's been bothering you for a long time. Try to get out of remembering this feeling. Try to get out of remembering these words. You might even need therapy if it's really, really bad. Because at this time, you're letting this take over everything. It's like a great big suitcase you're carrying around everywhere with you. You need to drop that suitcase. The words that are hurting you are getting in the way of this new relationship. They're getting in the way of a lot of things in your life. This person really messed around with your past, so don't let them mess around with your future. That's what I'm seeing. Try to drop this big, heavy suitcase. So Taurus, I hope this resonated. As you know, general readings can't always resonate with everyone. But again, if you like this reading, please like or subscribe, or leave a comment if you'd like to. And thank you so much for watching. And I'm sorry there was some ringing noise trying to distract me. I was trying to concentrate on what I was seeing. Thank you.